Hey.
Hey, what's up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of 4GQTV. I'm here live from the storm in Florida that is slowly passing over us. Maybe pass over us, I'm not sure. But power could still go out, so we're doing it, pre-record it tonight. And my camera box may be a little off, but that's okay. So anyway, we have a tremendous panel tonight. Actually, a big panel. We have the ever wonderful and most entertaining man in all YouTube land. And I got it right that time. Nobody come after me. PK, what's going on?
I had to ask the audience, did you get that right? Because you know, never
I did. Hold on.
And Paul's long memory.
Thank you, guys.
I'm pretty sure he remembers that that's just not right.
Oh, great. Carlo's got the clap again tonight. But you had that work done.
I did.
Oh.
He's clapping what again? Okay, never mind. What's good, everybody? Clowns is Carlo is in Florida during a massive storm, and he's gonna weather the storm while we get through this. And since we got a big panel, we're gonna keep it moving, and pass the torch on back to you there, Clowns.
All right, yeah. So, everybody who's watching, you may see Infinite's camera change. It's not our fault. Skype is doing something weird with his box. I don't know. We'll have to figure it out. But it's definitely Skype. Now he's medium size again, like medium fries. So I'll just fix that again, and we'll go on next to Infinite. Welcome to the show, buddy.
Yeah, I don't know how to use the Zooms or something. I don't know. I have no idea what's going on. But we'll go with it. I'm glad to be here. Big panel tonight. Should be a quick show. I'm excited. It's a little pre-recorded, but we can do this.
Yeah, absolutely. And then we have the myth, the legend, the famous golfer who plays golf with your friends very well.
Yeah, I actually do. Yeah.
Animated Evil.
Oh, you met him. Yeah.
Yeah, me. I do play golf with your friends. It triggers me, but still, I play it. Yeah, it's great to be here. It's great to be back. I'm going to be honest, taking some time out. But yeah, thanks for having me back as always. Yeah, looking forward to it.
Absolutely, it's a pleasure having you here, man. I'm glad that you're making it, and I hope it's not too late there in the UK yet.
That's good.
And then we have Flamish, the Belgian sensation across the nation. Yeah, so tell us what's going on since you haven't been digging out of that big candy bowl anymore.
I've been on a diet. No, my candy ball is behind me. I got a new one. No, I'm ready to go, man. I just want to get into this show. Let's go.
Did he say his can of balls are behind him?
Paul, right,
No, candy bowl.
Yeah.
Oh, candy ball.
It's actually like a big tower now. It's not
All right,
like
cannibal.
a bowl.
And here's a soda pop for you, Flamish. There you go, buddy. And then we have the ever most positive man in the whole wide world, who is surviving the storm on the East Coast with and without power off and on. Paul, no pineapple. Paul, what's going on, buddy?
But one thing I'm not called usually is positive. Usually, I'm cynical and I like it. And the older I get, the better it gets.
Hey, that's all right. You know, if we speak the positivity to the universe, you could become the most positive gamer.
That's true. Yeah. But he's right. Yeah, we had a little bit of a power flash earlier, but nothing big. But we have had some internet outages throughout the day as well. So. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
So
we're gonna get moving.
Yep. That's what we're doing. I was just checking our media sources, make sure everything's still coming through. So anyway, guys, I mean, you know, there's some big releases that have dropped, but there's also some big news that I kind of want to talk about and speculate on that I'm very excited for. I mean, there has been a God of War film announcement plus an animation announcement. And I think that's kind of big, right? I mean, because there's a lot of fans, or not of God. Did I say God of War? And I meant Gears of War?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did say God of War, yes.
It did just come out, so it's
yeah. You know, I mean, it did come out, so I'll give myself that. Yeah. So Gears of War.
Trust me, every show I've been on they've been tripping over the God of War, Gears of War thing because
Yeah,
They're
it's
just
very familiar.
oh, right there.
Yeah. So it is, it's being adapted, and I don't think any official cast members have been announced, but according to Flamish's sources, he scoured the internet. He's seen Dave Bautista some shiny armor, so he's not sure yet if he's going to be casted or not. But
I mean, he is in Belgium.
Maybe they get news first there.
They get all kinds of garbage news over there, don't they?
no, he was.
Straight.
They get it
He
first
was looking
too.
at Twitter.
He's ahead of us by a few hours.
Well, he just
He's-
wants
he's
to.
ready-
They
Man,
seen
what's
Kratos.
the
They seen Kratos in Gears of War outfits too, didn't they?
Really?
Ah.
Is that a PC mod, PK?
On his PC station?
Yeah.
I mean, in Belgium, anything is possible, right?
I guess, yeah. So, this is huge. I mean, this is huge because we've seen Halo come out to Paramount Plus. It took a while, but it got there. And now Gears of War. And I think Gears of War is something that might resonate more with casuals plus the hardcore audience of Xbox, but more casuals out there across other diverse platforms and other areas. So, Gears of War has a storyline that is more, how do I say it? Not realistic, obviously, but more relatable with the kind of war and survival for humanity. I feel like it's more relatable because it takes place on Earth. So, yeah, PK, tell me about it, man. Like, what are your thoughts? You excited for this? You're gonna get some subscription services ready to go. You're gonna watch this, pull some popcorn.
I mean, if it happens, it's real. I'd be happy. I would prefer it to be animated if Dave Bautista's involved because he's kind of old. No slack at him. Even he said he can't play the same character in Guardians of the Galaxy anymore. He's starting to sag. So,
Ooh, ouch.
so it should be animated. They could get away with a lot more
Well,
if it's animated.
yeah, they're only doing the movie, and then they are going to an animated series. So that is,
That's
Well,
that's the issue. A lot more people are going to enjoy the actual feature film rather than the animated series.
Well, you say enjoy, I say complain. So unless they can literally stick 100% to the actual narrative of the game, it's not gonna do well.
100%. Oh yeah. So that's not going to happen.
You guys want to hear a true story?
But you
Never
know
played
what they
any Gears of
can
War.
do? You know what they can do? Do an animated like Mortal Kombat where it doesn't have to stick narratively 100% to the game, but just keep the core concepts there.
Oh yeah.
And it's bloody as crap and it's entertaining as crap. And they can do as many as they want.
If your crap is bloody, you need to go see your doctor, dude.
Oh, Paul.
Well, I never had to deal with that, Paul. So thanks for telling me what my future looks like in 100 years. But anyways, no, I'm just joking. I don't know. I mean, I'm a Gears of War fan, but again, if it's mishandled, and then you get a director or somebody who wants to do their own spin on it, it's just gonna go to crap. A lot of you on this panel may not have seen Castlevania animated series on Netflix, but it was phenomenal, and it stuck close to the core of the series and the narrative aspect, and it was animated, but it was also bloody and it was still mature. It still kept its core sense of what the game was narratively. As long as they do that, it will win. It don't have to be a live action motion picture. You know how much money you can save just doing an animated joint?
Well, I think that's why they're going to kick it off with the live action, then switch to.
But how can
animated.
you promote a live action when they see it and the live action is garbage because some director decided he wanted to throw his own spin on he or she? I'll throw their own spin on it. Ain't nobody gonna watch the animated joint.
Well, I'm hoping that the same people will be involved in both, because it's
No, that can't be.
What do you mean that can't be? That's just
that they don't do the same type of work.
no. But I mean, as far as getting the storyboards down, they can work together there.
Well, Well, when's that happen there, Paul? You tell me when.
That should already be
Yeah,
storyboarding
usually
should
when
already
it's
be in process.
usually
Process.
animated is more of a creation of the person's idea of what the conceptual idea of it is.
They
Maybe that'd be the issue.
they separate those for a reason because they spend big bucks on the motion picture.
Okay,
All I'm saying is,
okay.
I'm not disagreeing with you, Paul. I would like the same thing as well. I'm aligned with that. I'm just saying I just don't see it from their track record as of right now. That's all.
They usually like running this separately too. The storyline on movies versus animated films are usually two different series, two different timelines.
Not
different
that I
times.
wouldn't want that.
But what I'm
they won't
saying,
run
what I'm saying is, if they're already planning on doing it that way, they maybe could join together to do it that way. It wouldn't be the first time they've done that. Other entities have done that.
Okay, give me an example.
Well, I can't think of any right now, but I know they have.
Well, come
Or
back.
one
to
is
me in a-
carried over to the other.
Come
So
back to me later and give me an example. So, from my perspective, in this kind of joint, never seen it happen. I don't see it happening here, and my only fear is they're gonna get with somebody who don't know how to handle this type. This thing is the story for Gears of War is like multi-layered, right? And it covers decades of storylines.
but by the way, you do see it happening every season for like the last 10 years. We've seen it happening. By the way, all the Star Wars animated stuff that is considered canon is taken from the movies.
So we could go back and forth with that because I just don't agree with that at all.
But it's considered canon.
Because Disney says it's canon. Come on now, the
Well,
story.
isn't that how it always works? Somebody has to decide what's canon and what's not.
Well, let's just put it this way. All right, if you do it like anime, it will work. You do it like Hollywood, it's not gonna work.
Okay. Andrew from an animated Flamish, talk to me. Talk to me.
Anyone? I'll go.
I don't know what-
Yeah, I'm a little with PK, to be fair. I mean, I think if we were going to do Gears action movie, I think it would deserve more than one, and maybe Batista's not the person to step into
Right.
Marcus Phoenix.
I would
Maybe-
love for him if it was 20 years ago.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Yeah, maybe because it's got the story itself has got the legs for a couple of movies, right?
Exactly.
And we already know this is going to be at least. No one's been cast yet. It's not been decided. They're going to do one. It's at least a few years out yet. So I would prefer somebody a bit younger to play Phoenix, and then maybe
Facts.
if it's popular, and it actually hits home, and there's the option there to do a sequel and get some more Gears lore out there, and maybe a bit more, because I don't want to focus on the entire story. Do think, right, we're going to have to jam it all into one movie, and then
Yeah.
we all watching it feel just bloody rushed, if that makes sense.
What a waste of time and money.
Yeah.
And then are you inclined to watch an animated joint after that?
I don't know. I'm not much of a animated guy.
But I mean,
fairness.
you wouldn't be as excited to hear about an animated joint after that, after you just got decimated by live action,
No.
right?
No. If the live action's pretty bad and you think, well, that was... But it depends how it lands, doesn't it? It depends how it hits. But personally, I agree with PK. 20 years ago, yeah, Batista all the way for Marcus Phoenix, but I think we should at least look at somebody a bit younger for main stars. Because
Same
the
thing I
story's,
said. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry for cutting you off.
the story's got legs to go more than one movie, so...
Right.
But again,
That's
my-
okay. I'm that they're kicking it off with the movie. They're going to lay the groundwork, then they're going to go to the animate. Did anybody read the damn article? Seriously.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing The Witcher did, but they're going to be two different timelines, two different
Listen,
casts.
Buffy,
Shut
I'm
up.
not disagreeing with what you're saying. I'm just saying that I don't think it's going to work if all they're going to do is throw money at a wall and hope it sticks. Okay? We're in a situation where Sonic and Detective Pikachu done set standards. Video game movies have to be good. Okay? No more Monster Hunter garbage. No more Resident Evil garbage.
I like the Resident Evil show on Netflix.
It doesn't matter if you like it; it was still
What?
trash. So
What?
at the end of the day,
What?
at the end of the day, the best movie of 2022, a lot of people forgot, is Sonic 2.
PK. Man, you are just crushing my dreams with the Resident Evil talk on Netflix.
You cannot. Don't give me that. You don't dream about Resident Evil. You forgot about that movie, so I
The
mentioned it.
TV series, I liked it.
You know.
Yeah, the
nobody
series
liked
was
it.
actually
That's why
pretty
it got
good. I thought so
canceled.
too.
Yeah, that's why we liked it so much.
No,
it got
it's because it
canceled.
was on net. It was on Netflix. That's why it
Oh,
got
because
canceled.
Netflix funded it to make
Yeah.
it, right? Oh, so you blaming
Well,
Netflix for the reason?
And well,
why
that's
I
the
like
first thing. That's the first thing I said when they announced Gears of War. Get ready for it to get canceled after a season or two, even if it's doing good. Because you know.
All I'm saying is that if you do it like Castlevania, it won't get canceled because Castlevania's not canceled, right?
Mm,
It has another season coming, and it's a whole nother storyline taking place from a whole nother part of Castlevania's story.
You know, I think we're gonna differ here because I would have rathered Castlevania get canceled over Resident Evil, but I didn't like the Castlevania anime.
For those who
man.
watching,
Ooh, I love
Clowns is Mr. Opposite. Whatever everybody else enjoys, he likes
not
the
true.
opposite.
Not true.
We like Cabbage Patch Kids.
I
he
liked
likes,
Cabbage Patch
Garbage
Kids as
Pail
a kid
Kids.
with G.I. Joe. And...
He likes Garbage Pail Kids.
Oh, I
Don't
like
let
them
him tell
too.
you.
Yeah, those were better. Obviously, those were
Yeah,
better.
he's
Instead
the
of
opposite.
Transformers, he liked the other ones that came
Yeah, he
on.
like GoBots. He likes
I
Go
had-
bots, the
I
ghetto
had both.
transformers,
He was
the
Rock
ghetto,
Lords,
both.
GoBots,
Ghetto-
whatever you can think
the
of.
ghetto transformers.
Yeah, he missed the opposite. And we like the real Ghostbusters. He liked the fake Ghostbusters
like
that
those
came on
too.
and didn't even have a Slimer. See, he's validating what I'm
They
saying.
were called the real Ghostbusters. Even
We
though
all
they-
say we don't like
Yeah.
Flamish's pink thing around his neck. He loves that pink thing
Wait,
around his neck.
how did we
Oh, you
go
mean,
from Gears of
what
War to Flamish's?
what I refer to as what's his name? Who's the character, the old comic, but the old video game character, Earthworm Jim's penis around his neck.
Oh,
Oh my God.
you know, Paul.
I mean, I'm the one that usually says those type of things. I'm ashamed of you, Paul.
You know what? I didn't even see that coming. I should have known better.
He did it Flamish, so it was in his ear.
Yeah, Paul, you had the
I
crowd
didn't-
going wild there for a moment.
All I'm
Yeah.
saying is I agree with what Animated said, and I was just adding to it. That's all. And Infinite is going to take a load of crap on it as well. Go ahead, Infinite. I'm sorry, Clarence. Go ahead. You the one.
I mean, does anybody else have anything to say after all we?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have yet to play more than 15 to 20 minutes of any Gears of War. Maybe an hour or two of online for Gears 5. I don't like Gears. I don't like cover shooters. Never not my forte. So movie wise, could give 2 craps less. Animated series wise, could give even less worth. So there you go. There's
Awesome.
that, guys.
Nice. Quick and easy. Crap all
There you
over.
go. Poo-poo.
All right, so I guess we'll move on from that topic because
Well, no, real quick. I just want to say I hope with the live action movie that they do include the day that started it all that I can never remember the name of.
Emergence Day.
Emergence Day. I would like to see Emergence Day in the live action movie to explain the back of the story, and then go from there. That's why I think a carry on through the animated after the main movie could work. Use the main movie to set the backdrop, and then move from there.
okay. I mean, I'm down for all that, man. Like, I'm just excited for it to come out and check it out and see it, and I hope it's good. I hope it's something where, you know, it kind of takes the brand further than just video games, and we start seeing more of this content. I mean, they've even announced Dragon Age. What is it? The cartoon coming out to Netflix December, Friday, I think 9th. Might be wrong.
Yeah, Netflix has been going heavy on those animated films, though,
Yeah,
haven't they? Animated series.
6-part
Jesus,
series.
Absolution.
And as far as cost goes with the animated stuff, it depends on which way they take it. If they go for the 3D animated stuff, like the Disney stuff, that's more costly than the stuff they do for the cell drawn stuff.
Yeah.
So that's going to probably play into it as well.
Okay.
You done their financials there, Paul?
No, I just understand. Okay, I'm not even there.
Look, man, I'm just messing with you. Don't do that.
You know what? Everybody's gonna get some pineapple pizza after this, all right?
I'm poking at you.
Except for me. I'm gonna make a deal with Domino's somewhere out there and just see if they'll send everybody pineapple pizza. Except for me.
Yeah.
I don't want that. Paul, I'll ask them for it.
Nobody wants any pineapple
Sure
in their
you.
pizza.
Oh, gee, thanks.
So animated. You've been busy the last couple of weeks doing real life stuff. Is there any topics that you definitely want to talk about? Anything that you want to bring up that you feel is relevant?
Not really. Can't think of anything offhand. I know that Flamish has kindly supplied us with the fact that Hogwarts Legacy gameplay showcase is going to take place tomorrow, which I'm looking forward to, because that's a game I'm really looking forward to. So I'm hopeful that we see a bit more gameplay, a bit more of what it's going to look like. Maybe actual release date. I know we pinned and we got it put back again. But
No, the release date is in February.
it got put back to February. It's supposed to be, but I still think it could slip again. Just a personal thought, though. There's nobody. I don't want it either. I want to play it February. I really do. Hopefully it comes out, but we have to get used to the fact that things get delayed, right? So we'll see. We'll see tomorrow.
The marketing is ramping up.
We'll see it. We'll see it in June, boys. Just for summer release, all right?
So did you, man?
We'll see it in June.
See it in June, end of May, somewhere around there.
Maybe next year.
Just time for release for school.
I mean, me and my wife are looking forward to this game.
Oh, yeah, so am I,
it's
yeah.
been already delayed like 2 times, I think, or 3.
Yeah, I think on animated, there's a lot of people that are excited about it. My wife too, and she doesn't even play video games all like that, and she's excited about it as well.
I need to buy 2 copies now.
Yeah, it sucks not having an Xbox game share, I guess.
What?
I don't know.
Whoa!
A second Xbox? I got a PlayStation 5 and an Xbox. I guess you can play the first.
For
No,
$2.99, you could have saved
get the
yourself
S.
money on that PS5. Yep, you should have paid
No, I'll play
$2.99
it.
for that S. Like she wants to
No.
play on anything else but an Xbox, anyways. Just kidding, just kidding. Play wherever
I'm
you want
also-
to play it.
I'm also in that situation where I'm going to have to buy it twice, because obviously I game share with a friend of mine and my 2 sons share. So one of those is definitely one I'm going to want to play it. So I need to play it for me and those.
Well,
Unless, go on, sorry, Paul.
they're supposed to be announcing the family plan soon, so a lot of your problems might be going away really soon. So
For
That's our
Game
problem,
Pass-
too.
for Game Pass, yes, but not for
Hogwarts.
Hogwarts.
and
Hogwarts
other
is
things
not
that
going to
come
be in
out
Game
and-
Pass. No.
Yeah. So
PlayStation has a marketing, so we know enough.
We can talk about what is going in Game Pass.
All right.
What is going to Game Pass,
20
PK?
Battlefield 2042.
yep, they announced. Yep.
yeah, I found out today as well.
Hey,
AEW.
hey, it's not going in Game Pass, guys. Knock it off.
Well, it's going in EA Play, which is part of
It's
Game
going in
Pass.
EA Play. Bye.
Hey.
PlayStation users get EA Play as well. So to speak.
Well, it is
AEW's
in.
first game is coming to Game Pass on day 1.
Is
What game
EA
is that,
Play
sorry, PK?
only part of the Ultimate?
Yes.
We
Yeah.
stuck-
Is it only
we stuck-
released?
There's difference.
I've had it for so long. I don't know if it's part of Ultimate or if it's part of just Game Pass. I thought it was part of Game Pass in general.
No, I think it's just past the EA Play.
No, I mean, I thought EA Play was attached to Game Pass, not Game Pass
I-
Ultimate.
I'm pretty sure it's an ultimate perk.
Wow.
No, I don't. I think it's a regular Game Pass perk.
I'm
It's a
looking
regular
up
Game Pass
right
perk.
now.
It's a regular
See,
Game Pass.
Paul's right, but that's just a perk. It can go away at any moment in time.
But it's not going
I forget.
to. I'm pretty sure.
Ah.
Yeah, they've made no indication that perk is going to go away.
Not yet.
No, they're making too much
They
money
need
on
to
that.
save
with
money
FIFA
rather than
and
raising
all that
prices.
stuff.
They're gonna cut services. Okay.
Well, no,
Remember
EA,
that.
but EA wants their games out there, and the reason EA's own service wasn't doing
Then
it
they
for
dropped
them.
their own service to $1.99, Paul, to $1 a month.
Yeah, but that makes
They
them
can
no
make their
money.
service their own.
That makes them no money.
Do you
I'm
think
sure
Game Pass
I-
is paying them more than
Yeah,
$5.99 a month?
Yes, I do.
No,
I think
no.
I think Game
does
Pass.
not pay them
I,
$5.99 a month.
I think Game Pass is paying them a lump sum for the entire thing to have them in the service,
And it probably equals out
and
to
it's
be
more
cents
than
on a
$1
user.
a month, and it's more than $1 a month.
Mm-mm.
So
Cents on a user, buddy. Come on now. Business doesn't work like that.
what? What are you talking about?
It doesn't work because not everybody's going to use their service, Paul. So it comes in at a cheaper value. They pay cents on a dollar for
That-
users
that's
to use
right.
the
It-
game
it-
for a year. Cents on a user, Paul.
That's why it's better for them to keep it in Game
Why are you
Pass.
so argumentative today? It's going to be but they can still they will make more if they did it by themselves.
No, they won't because people won't pay for it.
They piggyback on EA or on Game Pass to extend their user base. They do it on purpose. They're taking a less amount
Right,
for
and
more
if
quantity.
they
But
take
if
it
they
off of Game
decide
Pass,
to-
they're going to
Listen,
lose a
Paul,
lot of income.
what happens if Game Pass says they want to save money, don't want to pay it anymore? They're gone. Then
That won't
there's
happen.
$1.
It won't happen. It won't happen.
Then don't
No,
complain when your subscription goes up to $21.99 then either, buddy.
They're making too much money on this when
I don't
you
know.
see the amount of people that comes into EA. They're making too much money on this. They
I don't know
I don't
what
don't
we're
want
play-
this
talking
to this.
Very few EA games I play off of EA Play.
Yeah, but
That's
that's
you.
not
There's-
you.
Service I don't give two
You're
shits
not-
about. I'm not every user, but either are you, Paul. Either are you. You're not every user either.
What are you, dude? Okay, never
you
mind.
Just said
I'm,
to me, you
No,
just said to me, that's
no,
me.
because you're
Not
basing
on
it
you,
on what you do. I'm looking at the
You're
entire
basing it on
market.
what you do.
No.
All right, I hit the
I'm
wrong
looking
button.
at
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
entire
yeah,
market
yeah.
is.
Yeah, we gotta
No.
do time out here. What's going on? Oh,
Paul's all good today. Somebody needs to get a fucking
It's okay.
Snickers bar, man. Just send one
It's
to you,
okay.
buddy.
We can be
Give your
argumentative.
address. I'll fucking Walmart it, man.
Let's just keep
Jeez.
the lines drawn. Let's not step over the line.
Soda
We can
and a
argue.
Snickers bar.
It's okay. We
Just
can
sugar up.
we can have opinions and argue. Let's just not step over the lines. If you feel like you need to punch somebody, Flamish has something around his neck.
wow,
Don't do that.
man, what is going?
Why did
going
I
on
have
with
to
the
do
world
with
tonight,
anything?
man?
Come on.
Man, that red moon rising.
Give
You're
my
neutral.
pillow a
You-
break. It has feelings.
Flamish, you're in neutral territory. Okay, it is what it is. It's not my fault. It's the way
Don't
it
worry,
is.
we
You're
will
just
omit
a
a
new-
portion of this 26-minute mark off the record. Um,
No. This is good stuff here, clowns. This is good stuff. This is organic. You don't want to take that away. All right. However, we do need to ensure that we don't, go out of pocket. It's okay. We get heated. That's what it's for. That's the whole point of we having this discussion. That is organic.
so
Just got to make sure we stick to our lines.
So anyway, let's go to something completely different. Okay, let's go ahead something completely different here. Because
Yeah, let's talk about the releases. Sonic is God of War. How about that?
I like how you've been saying that in the party
Ooh,
chat with Jay
ooh.
all the time. You've been letting him know that.
Yeah, Sonic is God of War. So Sonic and Kratos, I say Kratos, launched this week. Flemish says he's already beat it. So
Kratos, I just beat the game before I came on the show. Yes.
sounds like you don't need to buy the game, guys. Just watch it on YouTube and you're done. There you go.
Wait, what? Did you
Anybody
say
else
watch
on
God
the-
of War on YouTube and
What?
you're done?
Watch God of War.
Yeah, just go watch it on YouTube. It
Oh,
seems
come
like
on, PK.
If
you know.
Flemish finishes a game, that game must be short in the mug because his attention span ain't long
Whoa,
enough to
dude.
finish any game. So there you go.
I literally, so I played from I think 8 in the morning yesterday, and I played the whole day. I took a little break to eat, but my wife was like, "I'll give you food, I'll give you a drink, just call me whenever you play the game," right?
You know what?
Because she knows I was excited for it.
Just
So I
can
played till
validate-
12. I played till 12 this tonight, right? Yesterday at night. Then this morning I woke up again from let's say 9. I played for a couple hours. Then my mother came home, and then I think at 5 or something I stopped playing again till just now before the show. So
Thank you
until
for
12.
reporting your life story there, Flamish. I was just saying that if you really want to validate anything, put your gamer time online, publish it, so we can show everyone how many games you finish. And if you finish this one game, that means that mud must be short. So guys, just watch it on YouTube. Watch Flamish streaming or something. Don't even bother picking it up. It's not even worth it. Just wait. But we could talk about the real God of War here. You know, Sonic Frontiers is on every platform. You know what I mean? I'm at 20 hours in. I'm only on the second island. Let me just say this. I'm not going to say this is the best game ever, but it is definitely fun. And they have done everything they can to redesign how they do Sonic games. I believe this is the start of a good thing. My only big complaint is they didn't make this for current gen hardware. They made this for the Switch and ported it over, which is sad because that means we don't have none of the next gen features, right?
So you also noticed the massive pop in, like I do, PK.
What did I say there, Flamish? They
just
made
asking.
it for the Switch. The Switch obviously cannot do anything that current gen hardware can do.
Mhm.
Right? Doesn't have the RAM, doesn't have the performance, speed, any kind of beef. So if they made it on a Switch, what does the Switch have? The same GD issues, right?
Yeah.
All right. So if that's the case, all they did was port it, which was kind of lazy. And I understand what they're trying to do, maximize their profit. But let's just stop making games for Switch already, okay? If you want, we always had this conversation about games being held back, and some dumb developer who's not even a developer, he's an artist, made a comment about the Series S holding games back because it got them nice when it wouldn't even got them nice. It was the fact that they just didn't optimize for current gen hardware. It was made for 360 and PS4. But of course, we're listening to a dude who don't even know anything about creating a game, just drawing art somewhere in the box, who was also fired and etc. So let's drop support for the Switch already and move on. Anybody else with that?
I'm getting today. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I'm lost today. I don't know how we go from one area to like 3 football fields.
That's what happens.
Down the line to a different time.
We was talking about God of War and Sonic. Sonic.
Yeah, A1 Go.
Yeah, we just talking about it. You can talk about it. Flamish said he beat it. He didn't tell us what he thought.
You beat God of War already?
Yes.
Where did you
what?
miss that, clowns?
Yeah, no, because we ended up talking. We went from one here to there to there.
He said it
I
twice
told
since
you
the show
3
started. He said it
times
twice
already.
since we-
One time before the show and 2 times during the show that I already beat God of War. The new one.
He literally made sure we knew that.
I feel like I'm Flamish tonight. I feel like I'm lost somewhere in Belgium and I don't know where I'm at.
His mum.
I'll give you a guide. I'll come bring a map, clowns. Where you at?
Well, just tell us what you thought. All right, did it end or do we got another one coming? Just say yes or no.
Why would I say that? That's literally spoiling.
No, it's not. Just say that we got a continuation like we did from part 1.
Does it feel like it?
So you're saying everything's resolved then?
Yeah, it does feel like it. Yeah.
And how did you like the game?
It's a continuation of the first one, so it plays the same, right? There's a lot new stuff in the game. You go into all the different realms, so that's cool. But I just don't want to talk too much at this point about the game because there's so many.
You like the game? I didn't ask you to go into detail.
I think the game I never like. There are few games indeed, PK, that I don't finish, and I don't finish in this amount of time. I played non-stop. I could not let go of the game. I needed to know what the story was about. I needed to know how it ended, and yeah, I'm satisfied. Let's say that. It's a good game.
Now he had his wife empty his bucket for him next to his chair.
For me, this is probably gonna be game of the year. I'm gonna be serious. This is a 9 out of 10 for me.
You said about what's the other game? The little Namco Bandai game.
Namco Bandai.
I got a question for you, Fly. How many hours did it take you to beat the new God of War?
Well, actually, let me pause on that. I'll stop my PlayStation. I'll see how many
No,
hours I've
just
played.
give us a ballpark idea.
Yeah.
You don't have to actually give us a fact check.
I think I played like 25 hours.
I put more time in Persona than in God of War.
Persona is
Well,
not
they're-
a game like God of War at all.
Yeah,
Clan.
they're a little different.
Those can go for hundreds
No, I
of
know.
hours.
I'm
mean-
just surprised that that it's really not that long of a game.
The first game was not as long. Like the first game was way shorter than this.
Okay.
I don't know. I put 90 hours into the first one.
Yeah, but that's with completion, right? I haven't completed the game. I just
Oh,
finished
okay. I
the
got
story.
you. I got you.
Flamish rushed through. He didn't actually do all the stuff. Yeah.
No, I wanted to save it for the end because you also have to track back, like in the first one, where you get all the abilities and all the
Ugh,
stuff.
I hated that.
Yeah, it's back.
I felt like I did it all for nothing. Anyway,
Animator, do you have any interest in God of War?
I'm not a PlayStation guy anymore. If I had a PlayStation, it would be definitely something I would pick up. From what I've seen of people intending to spoil it on Twitter and things like that, it doesn't affect me. Okay, I'm fine with it. It's all good. It looks alright. If I had a PlayStation, it would definitely be a game I would play. But I can't comment on something I'm not going to play, right? So looks good. I'm happy that people are happy with it. What more can I say?
Okay.
That's
No, yeah. I mean,
about it really. That's about it really. I hope the people that wanted it the most enjoy it like they touted it's going to be this amazing
Elden
game.
Ring. That's the.
I really hope it is that for them. Because there's games coming out that I hope are going to be that for me. And yeah, good luck to the PlayStation guys. Enjoy it, peeps.
yeah, Flemish, I know you're on the other side now, buddy. Oh,
Yo,
are you excited to check out God of War?
I already did. I played it for about an hour today on my roommate's PS5. I went through the accessibility options. It is loaded with accessibility options. I'm hoping to put a video together at some point. I need to set up so I can record it on my Twitter and then put it together.
You just have something built into your wheelchair.
What's that?
Transform. Just have something built in your wheelchair. So the keyboard comes out
Yeah,
and then a TV. They did that this year, didn't they? Show the
yeah,
chair
yeah.
with the TV and everything.
But it's so I'm looking for. I mean, yeah, the hour or so I got to play of it was really well done, even with the accessibility. It's and on story mode. Actually, I wasn't even doing on story mode. I did it on the next one up, not the one it starts you at, but on the one just below that. And so yeah, I enjoyed it. I do plan on finishing it. Looks good. I never played the previous one. The last one I played was on a PS3, and I'm not even sure which God of War it was. So I would have to go back to my trophies and see, because yeah, I found out my old account, which now you can find on, if you look searching on PlayStation Cerebral 1, it's there, and you can see what trophies I have, what games I used to play. So I finally got the link to work today, so I'm all set up.
Okay.
So there you go. I enjoyed it. I thought it was good, and I'm glad to hear somebody say it's their game of the year, because I'm personally hoping the
Flemish says
Elden Ring
that,
gets
but
knocked
I
out. I'm hoping Elden Ring gets knocked out of winning.
You don't want Elden Ring to win?
No, because I don't think, because one, it
No.
had no accessibility, and it was good looking, but to me, it also, for the parts I didn't play, it really didn't have a story or anything. It didn't draw me in. Most of my 30 plus hours playing was just trying to grind. It's like, okay, that's not fun for me. That's so to me, it's not. Even if I could have beat it, I would have been like, okay, it's a game. But there's no way I would have given it a game of the year calling. But a lot of people do. More power to them. But I just don't think it's worthy
Okay.
as a whole.
All right.
That works.
Well, I know PK, loves Sonic, so I'll go to him last on this one because I know he loves Sonic. Animated. You have any interest in the new Sonic game?
Yes. So I was firmly on the fence. Oh, excuse me. Give a second. I was firmly on the fence with it. It was one of those games in videos and things that was like, I'm not sure. Every video I'd seen was a little bit lackluster. Didn't really excite me. But luckily, when I went to EGX, I saw it played, which convinced me. It was really, really strange because there was like a bank of TVs. The queue was massive to play it, so I didn't get a chance to play it myself. I wasn't going to stand 4 hours in the queue to play Sonic the Hedgehog. I'm sorry. I want to play it, but not that much. So, but we were able to watch people play it, and there's parts of it that are truly, truly Sonic, and then on another screen, it's like, well, that doesn't really look like Sonic. But it intrigued me enough to, yes, I do want to play it, and I'll probably pick it up at some point. But it's not a must-buy right now.
I hear you.
But yeah, I want to play it.
Flamish, talk to me, man. You played some Sonic. You have some mixed feelings about this. You have moments where you like it, and then moments where you're like, it's alright. So tell me.
Yeah, so for me, like, I did have a little bit more thoughts into it, right? Because I play God of War, I let it sink in a little bit more. And it is, in the beginning, I was not all too positive about the game, right? I felt like the game was sort of not finished, in my opinion. I mean, it felt like there was literally no explanation what was from all the stuff you need to do. You just need to explore the island at your own leisure, right? But there's nothing explained. It just felt like all the stuff that's just floating in the air without any gravity or stuff. It felt weird. Yeah, PK, you can laugh, but it felt weird to me. Like, but afterwards, it does feel cool to have basically just an open world. You can do whatever you want. To have all those puzzles around, all the stuff you can do, enemies to fight, and it does feel a lot better than what I first thought. Like, I know I was in the party and I was a little bit bad mouthing about the game, I would say, but no, it does feel better after a while. Now I'm thinking about it. I will finish the game probably after I play more God of War. First, I need to finish that game completely. Then I'll be playing more Sonic. Yeah.
Okay, Paul, how you feeling about this? You feeling good? You into Sonic?
Sonic, I don't care. I mean, I just because I don't play it. I don't play. I haven't played a Sonic game in probably decades, dude. Seriously. I hope it's good. I hope people enjoy it. That's about all I can say about it.
Okay. I mean, that's a fair opinion. You're giving people the hope of their favorite franchise there with that statement. You're not condemning it.
Yeah, because I can't say anything for or against it because one, I will probably not play it anytime soon. When I say, I mean probably for years, unless somebody plops it in my hand and go, here, try this. But still, again, it's Sonic. It's a platformer. It's the type of game that I'm really not good at. So even if I played it, it probably wouldn't be for me. But I couldn't sit there and say it's a bad game. So yeah, I hope it's good. I hope it's what the people want. All
right, PK, man, I know you love Sonic. Tell us about your love of the Blue Thunder.
First, I want to talk about God of War. Okay.
All right. Yeah, go ahead.
I am not, and I just want to throw it out there to animate it. God of War 1 is on PC, so you don't need a PlayStation for that. You just need to see how mediocre it is. So let me just say this: all the people that loves this, I'm not gonna hate on you for loving this franchise. But from my experience, I've played games like this. The shit is mediocre, right? I play better games than this that are action based, 100%. And you don't want to go there with me when it comes to playing these type of games. I mastered them, good at it. I played them. This is my niche, and this game is mediocre. It does the same thing that a lot of other games does. The only difference is it has this character. If you love this character, it's your thing. That's one thing. And most casual people will love that character. That's cool. I have no problem with that. There's nothing wrong with being a casual because I'm a casual when it comes to certain games too. Certain other games I'm very passionate about. Like platformers is my thing. That's always been my thing since I was a kid. Fighters, beat 'em ups, RPGs, that kind of stuff are always my draw. It does not keep my attention to play a game where I'm all doing fetch quests all day. And then I got a character that's crying all day that I have to keep telling shut up all the time. I don't want to hear that dialogue every 2 seconds I'm walking around. I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it's like Resident Evil 4 all over again. You got this little girl that you just want to just shoot in the head already so you can move on with the game. All right? And you realize it's the president's daughter, so you really can't do it, but you're like, man, if I could, I would get rid of your ass right now and feed you to whatever the hell this thing is. Anyways, again, it does nothing new. It does not bring anything new to the franchise. The last one changed how God of War felt. It does not play like the original God of Wars, and I prefer those over this because this style makes it play like every other PlayStation game. Over the shoulder, have the same control type, slow, always got an extra character to have some kind of stupid connection with. I don't know. It's like a theme. It's like they got to make all their games the same, and I don't understand. When I played, what's the zombie game? That game was amazing. You didn't have a extra backup character, right? You just had hordes and ridiculous stuff. Was it Days Gone, whatever? The game was fun. I know it had technical issues, but it was fun. It was great. Does it really have to be a graphical masterpiece for it to be an awesome game to play? No, not really. But I generally feel like people overhype this game, and it is to me, it's not worth the time to go crazy over. There's so many games out right now that you can't go over. Clowns announced one of them, and it's an older game, but it's new to Xbox. And Persona 5.
I guess I'm lucky. I'm lucky in that since I don't play a lot of PlayStation games, I don't have that. Oh, this is just more of the same, you know.
No, but I'm not trying to hate. I'm just saying.
No, I know that, but I'm just saying for my view on the game, I don't have that.
It's like they took the style that was amazing, impactful, and adrenaline rush, and then put it as if you 1,000 years old. Let's just put it. Everybody just play Last of Us 2 on every way possible. You know what I mean?
What you're saying is the most common critique of their games, actually. You know, that they're cookie cutter. They're you know.
I do want to say I do agree with Paul a lot. Like the older style God of War games, especially 3, that was the pinnacle.
3 was like crazy, right? It was like the adrenaline, the impact, everything was insane. And then you go to this, and it's like, what? So,
so
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Flamish. Go ahead.
I also think it was sad that there was no jump button. I know that's a small gripe that most people had with the original.
Do you know how many times I've tried to jump in the last hour I was playing?
There is roll, but there's no jump.
Even with my critiques, I'm not saying it's a bad game. It's solid, but it does nothing new. It's not something I feel should be a game of the year because it doesn't bring anything new. It's the same thing. It's like it's actually part one, just part of the story they didn't give us. That's what it seems. And because think about it, if you play part one, you'll know there's realms you can't even go to, but they give it to you. They show it to you, but you can't go there. And it's like they cut half the game to let you go somewhere else later. But that's just my opinion. And Sonic is definitely not the best game. Like I said, it is a huge turnaround. And Sonic hasn't had a good game in years. Sonic Forces was horrendous and an abomination. Right? You should never do that again. This time they changed the game. And I'm not gonna say it's. I keep saying it's easy mode because it feels like it's easy mode because they tone down how much the clown says skill. I don't want to say skill, but how much hand-eye coordination you gotta have to play the game. I mean, it's still challenging to a degree, but they toned it back a lot. And literally, I maxed out my stats almost, and I'm only on the second island, like crazy. The thing is, kudos to them for changing the game and making something fun. Like my biggest complaint is they made it for the Switch instead of the current gen consoles. However, it's fun. Sonic fans would love it. Newcomers may feel like it's okay, but overall, solid game as well. Sonic got combos now, yo. He just not just jumping on things. He punch kicking and throwing fireballs like it's Dragon Ball.
I was just gonna say, so they turned Sonic into a Dragon Ball character.
Yeah, he got finishing moves like an anime character. No joke.
Yeah, I do want to say I do hope that they continue on what they're doing right now and really flesh out more what this is supposed to be, right? The new style of Sonic, because it does feel good. It does feel like
if they
a solid
use the better
Sonic
physics engine, they will. Like they have to use like Unreal 4 or 5 or something to get that kind of what you're describing there.
Yeah, also the camera is just janky in the game. I wish the camera was just less janky. That's really...
You just gotta set that in your controls. But point I'm making is, you can change the camera settings in your controls. So, but point I'm making is not to say it doesn't have glitches. But it's made for the Switch.
It's solid. It's solid.
But it's solid. It was the brightest star that Sega's had in a long time when it comes to Sonic. Is what I'm getting at.
What's your favorite 3D Sonic game?
It will be Generations.
See?
Generations and then Unleashed. But
okay.
Like I said, we throwing it out there. I think both the games are solid. We have had quite a ton of games that released lately, and quite a ton coming as well. And we ain't heard from Infinite, and I know Infinite is like, whoa, wait, what? Infinite is the man. He's like our retro renegade over here. And I don't know what he's picked up outside of Call of Duty, but I'm sure he's interested in some other things coming.
Been pretty stuck in Call of Duty lately, that's for sure. There's no doubt about that.
What about God of War or Sonic?
Haven't played God of War. I played 1 and 2 this past on retro, and I had Flamish backseat driving for me, so I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I couldn't remember nothing.
No, that was
fun. 2 was definitely great. I would have hit 3 up too, but I think 3 was taxing a little bit on my PC station, and so I didn't want to hurt the stream. We were already having connectivity issues, so I didn't want to add that to it as well.
I would say
we would have definitely hit 3 up as well.
Where they perfected the gameplay, I would say.
Yeah, we would have hit 3 up too, but we didn't get a chance.
Yeah. So after God of War 3 also came Ascension, but Ascension isn't as great as
DLCs,
3.
right? Well, that's kind of like, were they like DLCs or like?
No, Ascension had a multiplayer. They put a lot of time into the multiplayer of the game. But the mechanics and how the game played was just, it was good, but it was not as good as 3.
I gotta be honest with you guys. I'd never played God of War 1. and God of War Ragnarok. I think they look great, and I bet the mechanics are great, and I think the accessibility that, you know, PlayStation puts in their first party titles is amazing. I think it's mind blowing. And they're very good at it, and I want to congratulate them on a successful release. It's just a fantastic title, but something that I don't think that I'm going to play right away. I'm probably going to wait a little bit, maybe wait till it comes out on PC eventually in a year or two from now. But Sonic Frontiers, I'm definitely going to try that out. I've played a little bit on the Switch, and from my experience on the Switch with Sonic Frontiers, I was not blown away at all. I liked it, but it didn't really push the limits of Sonic for me. But I think it does what it's supposed to do, right? It's supposed to be a game for Sonic fans, hardcore Sonic fans, and it does that well. It's a great casual game to pick up and play. It does that well. I got to play it further to really make a full judgment on it. But the first, hour or so, I was not 100% impressed with it. But I felt the same way about Persona 5. The first little bit, I wasn't impressed. It took me a while to get into it. So I'm going to give it a shot. I hope to like it. Sonic is a great character. And the movies are phenomenal. If you haven't seen those, the movies are great. Even the cartoon series, right, from the 90s, they were a lot of fun. And so were the comic books. They were amazing. So Sonic is great all around, from video games to comics to the film to cartoons. He's one of the guys that have done it long before other game characters, and he's done it well. So much success to Sega. I hope you guys are doing great with it, having fun with it. But I'm gonna change the topic a little bit. I don't know if you guys seen this yet. And no, nobody get crazy on this panel, please. But I was reading an article on IGN, and they just said that Elon Musk allegedly had a meeting that Twitter could file for bankruptcy. And this is according to IGN. I hope that's not true, because there's a lot of people that use Twitter. Yes, I don't know.
Yes. News he stated was he reported that he sent a letter to all employees of Twitter saying to buckle down, because they are going to be double hit by the current recession that's coming up. And after his 11,000 employees layoffs, he said there's still might be more coming, depending on how they perform within the next few weeks of the month.
Yeah, and he said,
I think that's what his note
and he
says,
also,
yeah?
according to IGN, he also said that part of the problem is that Twitter solely or heavily relied on advertisers, and a lot of advertisers have pulled from the platform since his takeover. And
yeah, other news networks other than IGN has been relating on this as well.
Yeah, so
okay,
are reporting on it.
But I think people get confused on this, right? I think people are confused because there's people that don't like Elon for his politics or for his views on the world or whatever they may be, right? And that's completely understandable. You have a right to your own opinion or however you feel about that, and I won't get into it. But when it comes to the company of Twitter, there's a lot of people that work there, and it is a major hub of information for millennials and Gen X. And I would be.
Didn't he fire like a third of everyone who did work there?
Exactly. It just did. Yes, he did.
But I mean,
we called everybody from working from home. Told everybody to come back to the office.
We need to get those people some jobs.
Yeah,
let's look out.
Yeah, if you see a Twitter employee that's no longer an employee, and your company's hiring, man, shout out to them and get them a job, because I'm sure they didn't expect to be let go so suddenly like this. There's a lot of it's a complicated issue, right? It's a lot of complication there, but I just, man, if Twitter was to go away, I would be sad. I mean, there's so much stuff on Twitter that I get a lot of my source of news articles from looking at Twitter feeds and seeing what companies are posting. I don't really go on Facebook, right? I mean, I have it, but I don't go on it. And Instagram, I really don't go on. And TikTok, I really don't go on. YouTube and Twitter. Pretty much it. Man, Animated. Talk to me, man. You feel any which way about this news?
Do you know what? I think it's too too big to go into bankruptcy, I think. I know a lot of people are bailing and stuff like that because he's come over, and it's all about his ego, right? That's all it is. It's an ego. He's an egotistical fucking maniac. That's
Wow, I don't think
way,
anybody
that
could
when
have
you
said it
by the
better
way,
than you do.
if he does watch this, I'm kicked from Twitter tomorrow, right? I'll see you all later. But no, it's a
It's a
huge
free
platform.
speech, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's
Absolutely is.
it's a huge platform,
Supposed to be.
and the only reason he's bought into it, he saw potential to make money. That's what he does, and that's why
Actually, I
he's
think he
not
was
either
forced
the
to after
richest or
he
one of the richest people in the
put his
world,
foot
right?
in
That's-
his mouth and he couldn't back out.
Yeah, so I don't know if England covered this real animated, and maybe like the news was sporadic, but so the news that we got in America with Elon and the whole Twitter fiasco was that he had went on Twitter and he made an offer to buy Twitter for so much per share, right? And when he did that publicly, because of his previous issues with the SEC and stockholders, he had to honor that when Twitter said, yeah, we would like for you to purchase us for that amount, right? And then, because I don't think
That was our response too. That was.
like I said,
He wanted to back out.
he
but
tried to back out, and then they sued him, and then he was like, okay, I'll buy it, and then the investors and not the investors, but the board was like, oh no, we don't want you buying it now, and it was already said, and the courts made it happen whichever way they went with it, and that's how he acquired Twitter, right? He didn't really want it. He just
Well, and remember, he tried to back down the price off the initial offer price where he said he would buy it for this amount, but after that, the stocks fell, and he went, no, I want to. And they went, no, this is the offer you made. This is the offer you're going to get. And so, yeah.
Yeah, he wasn't happy with it. He was
No.
kind of forced.
So he's forced CEO of
Yeah.
Twitter.
So he's a petty, bastard too. So,
man, you guys just don't like him, huh? Like I don't think.
so
I
what do you
Dude,
mean?
dude,
What's
he
his-
stepped
wait a
his own
minute.
foot into it. It's not that I don't,
Let me-
you know,
Let me
he
back
put
out.
himself in this situation.
Let me back out and just say, my feelings have nothing to do with what he did because I don't work there.
Yeah.
I'm sure other people might have some kind of feelings towards him. About firing them the first day they come in. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I don't work for them. I don't have no feelings. I mean, I think it's petty. But
Flamish is like, I'm in Belgium. I don't have an opinion.
this is the opposite. The observation.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to me at all.
It doesn't matter to me either.
I just hope that Twitter just stays because I love Twitter.
Yeah.
I love how it works. I love the information. I love the friends that I'm on it that I can talk to every day. So
Eh.
if that would disappear, I would not be happy.
If it was, we'll just move to something else.
Yeah, Facebook.
No.
No.
Nope. They fired 12,000 employees.
At Meta,
themselves.
11,000 or something.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah, they did. They
They're
did.
about
They just
to
dropped thousands
fire a bunch more too. Yeah.
So
Recession's coming, boys.
yeah, so it won't be. It'll be something else. Maybe it's a 4GQ TV. Social
Hey, you
media
think if
platform.
you
Maybe
think,
There we go.
let's say we got together, right? And we speculated and we said, hey, Elon, we would love to buy no, we're not making an official offer because nobody's approved it at 4GQ TV, but hey, we'd like to buy it for $1. And he said yes. Flavius is like, Flavius like, give it to me, I'll take it.
No, I would not.
No,
No.
you wouldn't take it. No. Yeah,
No.
I don't know.
I would not even be able to take it. I think.
I think it's gonna be a hot topic for a while. This whole Twitter fiasco and seeing what happens and the whole Twitter.
Well, to give you an idea, because I actually looked into this because he's also been saying how they're, okay, so fiscal year 2021, that's last year, the revenue was $5.08 billion for Twitter, but they had a net loss of 221 million because of some one-time things and some litigation fees and crap like that because of, well, you know who. And fourth quarter 2021, they actually at that time they showed a profit. So for that quarter, but it didn't make up for the losses for the rest of the year. So they could very well at this point be losing money, but not because that wasn't what they were doing previously. You know what I mean? I don't think he's going to get away with saying I don't think bankruptcy is going to work at this point. There's way too much, they would have to really tank it to bury it. And I hate to say it, as far as that goes, or a tax write-off, that may be kind of what he's trying to do, because he got to find a way to recoup his $44 billion.
Well, I would think that he could probably write it off as a loss.
It's not like $44 billion in his pocket. He borrowed against his company.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he sold a shitload of his Tesla shares and things like that.
Yeah, billions worth just recently. He said it's the last one for a while, but he said that last time he just did it too.
Yep.
So
it will be interesting to see what happens. That's kind of why this, trying to raise money by the $8 to be a verified or a blue check mark, not really verified, just you paid $8. How many people are going to have to pay $8 to chip away at that $44 billion?
Yeah, and you go ahead, Flamish.
The last thing I want to ask about this though, is this going to affect all the other stuff from Elon Musk itself?
I don't think so, to be honest with you, because it
depends on, we don't know how he did it. If he leveraged part of SpaceX or he leveraged part of Tesla, then it could. But if he didn't leverage those in part of the deal, then no. It depends on if he kept everything separate.
Well, I think Twitter's a separate corporation in itself. So if Twitter went bankrupt,
right,
it would just be Twitter, and then probably somebody would buy it out because it is too big.
Well, what would happen is he'll get a tax write-off because his business failed. Okay, so let me just say this. Klaus, can we talk about Nvidia fiasco, Nvidia, and talk about the
sure. Before we get into that real quick, I just want to say that AMD is now a diamond sponsor of OBS. They donated, I think, $50,000, which is a huge deal because before that it was just Nvidia, and the OBS had some stuff in there that was that made Nvidia cards seem to have more benefits. But now AMD's up in their sponsorship, which is fantastic, and I love to see that in open source software. So congratulations to the teams at OBS for all the support they've been getting from big companies, and I hope they stay open source forever, because you guys are doing an amazing job. But go ahead, PK.
First of all, I just want to say to the panel, I don't know if you guys knew that the new generation of graphic cards was announced last few weeks. If you didn't, I'm gonna let you know. 4080 and 4090 was first announced from Nvidia. They announced two 4080s, one 12 gigabit, one 16 gigabit. But there was something weird about the 12 gigabit 4080. It was less powerful by at least half. So how can it be a 4080?
Trust me, us tech people look at that like you look at that and went, what the hell, dude?
So Nvidia unlaunched. You heard what I said. Unlaunched their 4080 12 gigabit. And they already have issues, and there's a lot of stuff going on about their 4090s. Very powerful card. Yet it's melting cables and people's power supplies.
Yeah.
I'm not sure really getting into that really as much, but more like
it's a very powerful card. It's called the power of the sun in your hand. Yes.
They plan to relaunch this 4080 with a new name, a 4070 Ti. Now, and they're gonna relaunch it in January. Now, AMD has announced their cards, their 7000 series, 7900 XT, 7900 XTX at $1,900. Now, remember the 4080 12 gigabit was already $1,000. and then the 16 one is $1,300. My question is, what do you think the price of this quote unquote 4070 Ti should be?
Well, I don't agree with the exorbitant prices of graphics cards in general.
No,
I would
me
say
neither.
less than 600. That's me, but
Well, technically, it's
the prices are coming down right now. There's no doubt about that. They're down. They're down to MSRP now.
Of the last gen, yes.
Yes.
But Nvidia has priced their graphics card higher than anyone's ever seen.
Yeah. And this is when we're coming out of the
You have never seen a 4080 priced at $1,300, my guy.
No,
that has never happened. That's like a $700 card.
That's scalper price. That's scalper price.
Listen, I think Nvidia is going down the same route of the business model that Apple uses, and I'm an Apple fan, but I hate their business practice. They're going to tax you because they know you're going to pay for it because of their brand recognition, and they know that they are still going to receive the orders for their cards. They might not sell as many, but they would definitely sell them for a higher price.
They're going to have their hard. They're going to have their hard.
Us, we will go with cheaper and better, or what's better, better value for our buck, regardless, because the brand loyalty probably isn't there as strongly for us as it is for some others. But they're going to have those core people who are going to buy them up no matter what price they are.
You are 100% correct, but there's another caveat there. They are manipulating the market themselves intentionally.
They did. I 100%. They did that the entire time COVID was going on, when they already had the cards already manufactured and sitting on the shelves prior to the chip shortage. They still would not drop the prices regardless. Yes, you're absolutely right.
And they got stock sitting there. They won't put it out in the market to flood the market to make the cheaper.
You're absolutely right.
Cards cheaper. So there's two caveats there. But think about it. You're correct on that. So what my question is though, if the original launch price of a 4090 was $1,600, 4080 is $1,300, and the 4080 12 gigabit was $1,000. Now it's going to be renamed to a 4070 Ti.
Still going to be $1,000 then.
The price is going to be the same as what they were going to charge for 490.
It'll be $1,000.
Wait a minute. Let's just back up. Now that AMD has announced their cards, and the 7900 XT at $900 stomps all over this damn 4070 Ti. Stomps all over it. I keep saying that. At $100 cheaper, would it make sense to relaunch this at the same price?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting because going back a ways when AMD was coming up in the against Intel, I actually switched to AMD because, like you just said, bang for your buck. They were cheaper, but they were absolutely incredible for the price that I paid for what I could afford to build out my PCs. I will do the same thing with this. If Nvidia is going to play that game, I'm going to go to AMD for my video stuff.
Well, we're not dealing with just bang for the buck anymore. Now we're talking about competition.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but if I can get the same or better card for $100 less, guess what I'm going to do?
Well, you could do that now. You could just buy a current generation or last gen, cards, because those are coming down for sure.
Slowly but surely, the 3000s are not. Yeah.
No.
I've seen 3000s come down price.
Nvidias are not, but you can get a 6900 XT for $650.
Yeah.
That's the top of the line last gen.
Yeah. Which I have no problem with, and anybody who's looked at the 4000s, I think you're one of them who said there's really, if you got a 3, there's no reason to upgrade to a 4. Zero.
That's true. But the problem is they're trying to manipulate the market, so the prices should be dropping
they should be
right now. But that's so you think it's $1,000? You think they're gonna stick to their guns?
I think they will. Yeah.
Because they're gonna rebrand and keep the same price.
Yep.
But just think about this. We can't forget that the partner cards are always going to cost $200 or $300 more. Because Nvidia charges the partners for their boards.
Well, they already lost a few of their
Yeah,
manufacturers, right?
they lost their
Didn't
big
Well,
ones. They
well,
lost two of the
EVGA
big ones. Yeah.
NVGA stopped making their cards, and
Yeah.
and that's the only card they made was
Yep.
Nvidia.
Is it MSI close to doing something too?
Yeah, that's what I thought too.
I don't know for a fact, but
I think PNI is the
It's-
only one or PNY is the only one that's going to be
it's
saying
kind of hard to sell your card when you have to upcharge $200 because Nvidia is charging you $200.
Yeah.
But I think the issue too is Nvidia's idea of talking to their direct customers. There are people who are purchasing their cards with like last minute, what stock they're going to receive, a whole bunch of stuff. They're having problems with their vendors internally. I think I read an article. I don't know if anybody else read that article as well when they were talking about the prices coming back down. But when they lost their one customer that they were having issues, and it was all them. The lack of communication between vendor and compared to what AMD and their internal customer service with their internal customers and external customers, the help they were getting. I know something with going last minute and not sharing any information until it's too late. I believe that's what the gist of the article was. Let's see if I can find it and link it to you guys.
Do you think it's justified to charge $1,000 for a mid-grade GPU?
No, but that's me.
People are gonna pay what they're gonna pay if they're gonna keep paying it. Just the rule of law. If you want it that bad and you're willing to pay for it that much, then they're gonna sell for $1,000. I don't think it's right. I'm gonna wait.
Yeah. I mean, I know people are gonna pay for what they want. I mean, we all do that on a pocket watch. But I'm saying, from a customer standpoint.
Well, they a lot of it, like you said, they're counting on brand recognition. A lot of it, and even if you're new to it, you're gonna go, "Oh, that's a good brand, and their cards are good, and I'm gonna pay that premium." You know, so some people will.
Is that why Sony is able to charge $550 for their PlayStations?
Yeah, probably.
But
same thing goes with
I
Apple
got a
too.
good
Like he
point.
mentioned, Apple is in
Go
that
ahead,
same
go
boat.
ahead.
Apple is super premium.
Listen, we gotta think too. These new 4000 series cards that are coming out, they're not really geared towards people who are what 10% of the PC market that plays video games. Because let's be honest, how many people have 4K monitors that's be pushing the max of that card anyways? They're really for development ends, not for the average end consumer. I mean, I think I bet we can't even max out a 2060 at how many frames you can on a 1080 monitor anyways at 165 hertz. I mean, I bet you could max it out and still have room to move.
But they
That's
have
2000 series, still plenty.
Yeah, I got.
Just to be devil's advocate there, Infinite, they have professional grade GPUs for that, for creators that are way more
Don't take that back. My apologies. I spoke wrong. I thought
That's
I
a
thought we all
Quadro series, right?
Yes, they have.
I've heard of certain
grade,
ones like that. Yeah,
they have professional grade GPUs. And matter of fact, a lot of them go into Apple devices. Matter of fact, the pros, they're professional grade GPUs just for creation. Not necessarily desktop GPUs, but you know they do go into a case. There usually is two of them, and they're expensive. They're like 6,000 and up.
They're expensive, yes.
I'm not saying that you're wrong.
No, I just figured majority of that was going to creators, not necessarily people playing video games. Because I mean, how many of us really have 4K? No, I'm not saying no creators either. I'm just saying I don't know how many. I have a 3070, but I only have a 2K screen. You know what I mean? I mean,
absolutely.
I'm not maxing my card out at all.
100%. I mean, even Steam has said that, you know, shown
5%?
that 90% of everyone on Steam has a GTX series card.
Really?
I mean, those 1660s are pretty nice.
Yeah, they have the older. They don't even have an RTX card, right? And I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just looking at from a perspective of these. You know, I don't think releasing a new GPU every 2 years is helping the market either. But you know, they do what they do to get their bottom line. But now they're starting to get competition, and if the competition is showing up and actually showing numbers and still undercutting you, is it why? First of all, you think your customers are so stupid that they couldn't tell the difference between 4080 and 4080, you know that something's wrong with this because it's massively less powerful and you're charging $1,000. Then you just take it off and rebrand it, stick it back on the shelf, but you still keep $1,000 over you price it.
Yep.
Now that your competition is showing up, it's going to stomp all over your card per se, and then we haven't even thought about the partner cards. I'm not. That's why I was asking. What are you guys?
No, man.
I mean, for everyone, this is great because the current generation cards, the 3000 series and the 6000 series cards. Well, at least for sure, the 6000 series cards are coming down. But at least the 3000 cards will be at least an MSRP for you to get at the very minimum. So you should be able to get a vastly reasonable card at now into March easily in comparison. Now that the new series stuff is launched, announced rather. The reason I brought it up and clowns haven't spoken on it is because this impacts everyone, right? I'm not saying you is going to go buy it, but the flux of how, what do we look at for the future? Like we had a rumor of a PlayStation 5 Pro, even though I already said this, I called this when the PS5 launched 2 years ago. And by the way, happy birthday, series consoles. It is their birthday.
Nice.
Yep.
2 years old. That it was vastly underpowered and not designed properly. That's why it had that huge heatsink with no vapor chamber. This Pro will have it. They already redesigned the PS5 with a 6nm processor now. The next step is just to make a Pro. Just go ahead and make a Pro. Because think about it. Whenever they came out with a PSVR, when they came out PSVR, what they do? PS4 Pro.
So you think it is going to be a new console again?
Because the PS4 could not push the PSVR like the Pro can.
Yeah. The
Right?
PS5 is powerful enough to run VR. No problem,
No.
right?
Not with theirs. Not with theirs. Not with the one they bringing out. They're gonna need a little bit more horsepower and a lot less heat.
Yeah, the heat.
So they're gonna bring out a PS5 Pro to push their VR. Maybe if it was last gen, sure. Maybe if it was, one of the headsets I got. But whatever the one they're bringing out, they're gonna need a little more horsepower, a lot less heat.
Well, guys, we are almost at the hour-and-a-half mark, and I want to go ahead and get everybody out here so they can carry on with their nights and play some video games. I got to finish Persona 5, which is a great game at Game Pass, by the way. If you haven't played it, it was always great on PlayStation as well. It's just a great title.
God of War!
You already beat it. Just move on.
Oh.
So, let's go down the panel in the Windows order that I have it. PK, the most electrifying man. All of YouTube land. Where can people find you? What are you up to?
You can find me recorded, pre-recorded on 4GQ TV and Dragon's Den on Saturdays, and definitely we're gonna be looking at trying to start another project here. Cause we're some anime fans too, guys, and we want to show that, get that energy out there, get some people that's interested in that culture as well. We want to talk about those things and get Paul's perspective too. I like Paul. He always has a perspective on things that I never think to come that direction. Anyways, definitely, and find me on Twitter if it's not sold or went bankrupt yet.
Wow. By the way, Elon, if you are listening to this, by the way, I don't have any negative opinions of you. I hope that Twitter succeeds. And I did up to Twitter Blue because I hope to monetize content on Twitter one day. So I definitely hope you succeed. And if you are looking for a co-CEO, I'm your guy.
Kiss ass.
Listen, I can help. I got some ideas. I can help you out. Listen, if you move me and my family to California, give me at least, a decent salary.
He moved to Texas. He moved to Texas. You know that, right? He lived in
Yeah,
Texas.
but if you work,
If you want a Tesla on the panel as well, please.
if
Thank
But
you.
listen,
No,
you
thank
work at
you.
Twitter, you have to probably live in California. So I would be more than happy if you moved me there. I would be co-CEO. I could help you out. I got some great ideas how what we could do. So Elon, listen, buddy, talk to me, man. Pick up that phone. Give me a call, man. I'm sure you can find my number.
Carlo, you got a little something on your nose there, Carlo.
Whose outro is this?
So let's get, yeah, you know what? That's right. So Infinite, where can people find you, man?
Oh my God. Taking this 5 minutes.
You know what?
Infinite.
Infinite's on the phone with Elon.
Yeah,
right
I'm
now.
here. I'm just thinking. I mean, I like where Carlo's going, and I'm gonna take this for a quick second. Let's be honest here. Every man has a price, and I'm pretty sure Elon Musk can meet that price. So, hello, give me a call. Whatever you want to do, DM me. Every man has a price. I'm pretty sure you can pay for it. Other than that, you catch me here every Thursday.
Wow.
Catch me here every Thursday. Catch me Tuesday, Renegades, or on Retro Renegades, 7 o'clock Eastern time. That's about it. You guys have a good night. Be safe. And Paul, if everybody knows me and Paul, we can do this offline just as much. We good bickering back and forth. Appreciate the love, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I'm right, you're wrong, and I'm better at video games. There.
Whoa.
I'm not arguing the better at video games. You've seen me play. I've seen you play. I'm not going to argue, all right?
Animated, welcome back to the show, buddy. I know that some of these topics weren't the greatest or hottest topic this week, but it's your first week back and getting your few back into the podcast, on the microphone, on the camera, looking dapper, my friend. What have you been up to? Where can people find you?
Yeah, you can find me here on Thursdays on 4GQ TV. That's the only podcast I'm doing now, and that's the only one I'm going to do going forward.
Whoa!
So I may guest now and again, right? But other than that, every other permanent one, I'm going to say no. It's too much work, dude. It's too much work, right?
I heard that.
It's too much work. When you do 3 or 4 a week, it's too much, right? So, unless Elon wants to start podcasting with me, then I'm all.
Yeah, right. Hey, you can hire all of us, Elon. We all got great ideas, man.
As long as there's a
we all got
paycheck.
great ideas.
As long as there's a paycheck, we ain't about to get on here for free.
Yeah,
exactly.
I am gonna get my channels back up and running now. I'm on a better schedule.
All right.
It settles down.
Nice.
Our channels are coming back, so they'll come back very shortly. But in the meantime, you can find me at animated_evil on Twitter while it exists.
While it exists.
I love that disclaimer, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, no doubt. While it exists.
Flamish, man, you're back too for a little bit, right? I mean, for a little bit, not always permanent, but
Couple.
yeah. Welcome back, buddy. And where can people find you? And when you're not stuffed your face full of candy from Candyland or Willy Wonka's sequel.
Well, so on the next few weeks, I will be on 4GQ TV and I will be on Retro Renegades every Tuesday. Retro Renegades at 6 p.m. Infinite, right?
7 p.m. Eastern.
10 p.m. Eastern. Okay, yeah, the hours change and okay. So besides
Yeah,
that,
we have daylight savings time. You're right. You're correct.
yeah, it's annoying. Like, why do they have to do that, clowns? Come on. Can you not just advocate to
It's for
Elon
the
Musk
farmers.
as well? Like, Elon Musk,
It was
if you're
for the
listening-
farm. It was for the farmers back in the day.
Still
It
is.
was
Still
now.
is. It's still good for the farmers.
It was
It was.
absolutely.
It was.
So besides that, I'll just be gaming, man. I'll just be gaming my heart out. I'll be on Twitter as well. Clowns, where can they find me again until they go back?
Gregory Goyrutz.
Wow. That's
Goyrutz. Goyrutz.
And I'll be playing more games after God of War is completely finished. I'll go back to Sonic and we'll see what comes after.
See you on Call of Duty, Flamish. Paul, man, you've been on a lot of podcasts lately. You've been busy. Xbox Ambassadors, Extra Life for Kids.
Yep.
By the way, fantastic stream for Extra Life for Kids. It's really good cause that you're doing. We
Thank you.
try to promote that.
Absolutely, great job.
Yeah, we try to promote that as much as possible. So I hope you had a lot of faces pop in. Where can people find you, man?
Let's see. Since Twitter's going away, I'm gonna start up my OnlyFans. No, just kidding. No. No matter how much Infinite asks, I'm not gonna do an OnlyFans.
We will link it in the description. We
Yeah.
will link it
No, you can find me on Twitter at CerebralPaul1, which is also how you can find me on PlayStation. I know, ooh, because I couldn't get CerebralPaul924 like I am on the old Xbox. You can follow me. My Twitch channel is Cerebral Paul. My YouTube channel is Cerebral Paul. Most of my content of me playing games is going to be on Twitch for now. If I do any recorded content, it'll go to YouTube. But I had to separate the two because the marathon I did showed that if I focus on one channel, maybe I can build something up there. So I doubt it, but we'll see what happens. But yeah, that was a fun thing to do. That night, we raised about $400 to add what I already raised, so I'm up to $848. It goes through the end of the year, so if you still want to donate, the links are still there, and if you ask me, I'll give you the links as well. I still got a bunch of stuff to give away. You want to throw $10? I got a list of crap I can say. What do you want? And give you a code. Stuff, beautiful codes. They actually, thanks to this channel and the people in this channel, most of those codes came from either Infinite or PK or 4GQ TV and myself. And there were over 40-something codes given by the end of the night.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. You know, I'm just gonna say this. I know there's a lot of people that stream for charities and stuff, but listen, man, Paul did a fantastic job. And the fact that a lot of people don't realize this, but Paul he literally does have a ton of codes. A lot of people from multiple podcasts have chipped in for this. And if you can't, go donate to his Extra Life for Kids, man. Like, it's a good cause. You're doing something great, and Paul's gonna put you in a drawing to win something. In fact, I mean, there's a high chance that you're gonna get something, a code or something.
Yeah.
There's a high probability. So probably like.
Actually, everything is a code, and some of them are really good codes too. I mean, most of them are really good codes. So yeah, it's like, do I want to keep this or do I want to give it? I have a 3-month code for Spotify Premium that I would normally use. Nope, I added it into the drawing.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
Yeah, because I get some of this stuff through the ambassador program. They don't officially donate it to the cause, but I get it and I donate it to the cause. So it's a ambassador by proxy type of gift. You know.
Nice. Yeah, it's a good cause. So. Go ahead and
and I was going to say, for those who might be listening, I do have a disability. That's thus the name Cerebral Paul. I spent a lot of time as a kid in the hospital during the holidays, during my birthday, stuff like that. It's a very lonely time, and with COVID, it's that much lonelier because you're that much more cut off. So to me, this is a very important thing that I'm doing here. So yeah, if you can give anything, let us know. I'm sure Carlo will put the my charity page link in the description if I ask him to, and I'm asking him to. So
yeah,
and he gets dead quiet.
I'd definitely do it. Yeah, no, for sure. And you know, I was thinking that I should have had a scroller with it too for the show. That would have been really cool. I didn't think about that beforehand, but maybe next week if you can. So thank you very much. And the gift's not going to go away until the end of the year, so you have a month and a half. Nice.
So there you go.
Awesome. Well, everyone, it is just about that time. You can all find me on 4GQ TV. I do have interviews that are going to be scheduled. I just really got to hammer the dates out. Man, I've been so busy with a lot of stuff. So anyway, catch us on 4GQ TV. Catch me on 4GQ TV. Catch me at Italian Clowns on Twitter. And
cash me outside. Yeah. Oh, wait, no. That's
that's actually my Cash App. Catch me outside.
Cash me outside.
You guys want to cash at me, all right? It's cash me outside.
You know, one thing I do want to say before you get off here is I want to thank everybody on this channel who has contributed, been a panel member. We have officially hit over 1 million views total on the channel. YouTube sent me an email about that, so I was very happy, very excited. And it's not possible without all of you, and thank you. So, yes, 4GQ TV, Thursdays. A new show coming soon with PK and friends. So, everybody, good night, and thank you.